I don't know if you can see this. Improving health and supporting people to eat well and have a healthy weight is a public priority. We need to address the high levels of excess weight, obesity, and poor diet and health conditions associated with them. Don't know who this lady is, but this is the Scottish Government, and they want to tax food that's got lots of sugar and lots of fat in it, okay? Because they're concerned about people's weight. These people want to increase taxes on our food because they're worried about people's weight. Let's have another look at this lady. Don't know her name. Bless her. Now, Scotland's had an energy crisis, which is hard to get your head around about, isn't it? Considering how energy rich Scotland is. We've got nuclear weapons sitting 25 miles from Glasgow. We've got a government in Westminster who are openly backing a genocide. So the SNP's answer is to raise taxes on sugary foods. Now imagine you're poor. When I was young, we went through a period of not having any money. So what poor people need is access to high calorie food and sugary drinks if they don't have very much money. Now the people in that photograph, if you think about it, they're sitting in Westminster on expense accounts and they're getting fat on foie gras and Chateauneuf de Pape at our expense. Of all the things they could have thought about or done, their answer was to increase taxes on sugary foods, which are going to make poor people find it difficult or more expensive to eat. So it's basically a tax on the poor, isn't it? They're crazy, absolutely head cases. I don't know how many open goals the Scottish Government have missed, but there's been a lot of them. So anyway, I was on Twitter the other night and we got a good thread going between Scottish people. Do you know what we came up with? I got 2 fruit trees for 12 quid and I gave one to my neighbour. I've got, that's an apple tree there. I gave one to my neighbour over the back as well. So we've got an apple tree, I think that's a pear tree. That's plums, that's an apple, that's pear. That one's cherries, and the one over the back's apples, right? The little plants over here are raspberries and blackberries. And these little plants here are more raspberries and something else. That was £2.50, 2 for a fiver. I'm going to plant them out as soon as they start budding. So we've got an interesting Twitter thread going the other day. If you can buy 2 apple trees for 12 quid, and I can grow them at my garden and they're so cheap that I can give them as presents to my neighbours, why aren't the Scottish Government planting apple trees, pear trees, plum trees, raspberries round about our schools and our housing estates? In fact, we'll take it one step further. Why don't we get primary school children at schools to plant the apple seeds, the pear seeds and all the fruit trees into little pots, let them water them, take them to fruition. 15, 20, 30 years time, we're going to have organic fruit orchards everywhere. We're guaranteed for 2 months of the year, 3 months of the year, our kids are going to eat free organic food. So rather than taxing poor people, which seems to be a recurring theme, And apart from, it doesn't get, I mean, look at the size of that guy. It doesn't get more two-faced than these people telling us they're going to increase taxes on unhealthy foods. Look at the, oh God, it's terrible. I'm making, listen, I'm not the thinnest guy on the planet, you know, I'm pretty well padded, but the idea that they're going to hike up taxes. The other one I would like to talk about is minimum unit pricing on alcohol. They brought it in years ago. They effectively raised the price of booze and it's had no effect whatsoever. So, my battery warning light, come on, I'm going to knock this in the head here. Minimum unit pricing on alcohol is a tax on the poor as well. So, this mob, throw them in a bin. Have to hang up or my battery's going to run out, right? But is that not a simple idea, dead cheap? Get the kids to plant the seeds, grow the trees, run about schools and our housing estates, then we can get free organic food. Vote Phil. And throw these nutters in the bin, right? Thanks for watching, bye bye.